In my last video on the Delphi murder case with Abby Williams and Libby German, there was an announcement by the authorities that was made regarding a fake Instagram and Snapchat profile that went by the name of Anthony Shots. I did mention that in my last video. The guy in the pictures is not connected to the investigation. Now, authorities requested that anyone with pictures or encounters of this profile way back in 2016 and 2017 is to come forward and report it. Now, according to the Carroll County Sheriff, Toby Leesenby, investigators have received around 500 calls since the information on that fake profile was released. Now, the Anthony Shots profile is connected to a man named KEGAN KLINE. Also mentioned that in my last video. Now, KEGAN KLINE is 27 years old and is currently sitting in jail on dozens of charges involving child pornography. KEGAN would use social media to catfish numerous young girls. And according to online court records, KEGAN KLINE was arrested in 2020 and charged with 7 counts of child exploitation, 17 counts of child pornography, 1 count of soliciting a child for sex, 3 counts of obstruction of justice, and 2 counts of synthetic identity deception. Now, the Indiana State Police, since my last video, has put out a statement. It reads, "The Indiana State Police has received many media inquiries since our December 6 press release concerning Anthony Shots, and eventually the identification of KEGAN KLINE. Your questions are certainly relevant as they relate to a long, complex, and extremely complicated murder investigation. During the last nearly 5 years, we have conducted dozens of secondary investigations based on information we received. One of those investigations included a possession of child pornography case resulting in the arrest of KEGAN KLINE. The information we have, and continue to receive concerning Kline has ebbed and flowed over these last few years. We understand there was a period of time that passed between 2017 and 2020 when Kline was not arrested and incarcerated for possession of child pornography. Once the Indiana State Police presented the criminal case to the Miami County prosecutor in June of 2020, immediate action was taken by both the Indiana State Police and the Miami County Prosecutor's Office, which ultimately resulted in Kline's arrest. Like so many other pieces of this investigation, we will always review, learn from, and make any necessary adjustments. We do not believe that any person has done anything intentionally wrong, but we will continue to critically evaluate our efforts." Now, let me know what you think about this line, specifically about "we do not believe that any person has done anything intentionally wrong." I'm wondering if they feel like they screwed up the investigation and went on the wrong path. What are your thoughts? Let me know. They continue on saying, "We know there is enormous interest in the why of everything we do, but we cannot and will not speculate. One day you will have the opportunity to see and know what we do, and we look forward to that day." Now let's take a peek at KEGAN's timeline in 2017. At the time, he would have been 22 years old and lived in Peru, Indiana. On February 13th, 2017, Abby and Libby were killed in Delphi. And Abby and Libby posted photos online as they walked, and when they encountered a man on the Monon High Bridge over Deer Creek, Libby snapped a photo of him, and then she turned on her camera's video and put it in her pocket. And part of the recording captured the man saying "down the hill." We call him Bridge Guy. Now, I do wonder what else she captured on film that day. On February 14th, the next day, the girls were found murdered not far from that bridge. And 10 days later, on February 23rd to the 25th, a Samsung Galaxy S5 phone named Kline Photography was factory reset, and some messages were recovered from apps such as MeetMe, Facebook Messenger, and Snapchat. And the discussion involved meeting people in Las Vegas and prostitution. Now, on February 25th, which is now 12 days after Abby and Libby were murdered, at 12:30 p.m., a search warrant was executed at the Kline residence where KEGAN was and also his father. And at 1:25 p.m., according to documents, KEGAN KLINE was questioned. And during that interview, he first denied having any accounts like Snapchat and Instagram on his phone, and then later admitted to them. And in the documents, it states, during KEGAN's interview, he initially denied creating fake social media accounts and talking to underage girls. Later in the interview, he admitted to creating the Anthony Shots profile and speaking to underage girls. KEGAN told investigators he created the accounts approximately 6 months ago. KEGAN stated he talks to girls he knows personally and girls he doesn't know personally. KEGAN states he meets girls on Instagram. He said he knows the age of the girls he communicates with because he talks to them. KEGAN stated if a girl told him she was 16 or under, he wouldn't care and would still talk to him. He's 22 at this time. KEGAN told investigators he finds girls on Instagram and then tells them to talk to him on Snapchat. KEGAN admitted to speaking to approximately 15 girls that were underage and advised he probably received pictures from every one of them. He advised he saved their pictures to his gallery. During his interview, KEGAN stated he was effed and he should have left. KEGAN advised he packed another bag and took it to Las Vegas. What was in the bag? Blank and KEGAN returned from Las Vegas on February 25th, 2017. He stated he was going to leave when his dad was asleep. KEGAN told investigators the main phone he uses is his white iPhone 5C. So KEGAN took a polygraph that day, and at 7:30 p.m., he finished his polygraph and was transported back to his residence. Almost 2 hours later, at 9:19 p.m., he uninstalled and deleted apps from the phone, including Snapchat. And at 10:14 p.m., he uninstalled and deleted Instagram from the phone. Then the next day, on February 26th, at 1:12 p.m., he uninstalled and deleted Meet Me from the phone. And he put Snapchat back on his phone, and then 15 minutes later, he uninstalled and deleted it from the phone. Now, on February 27th, just the day after that, KEGAN contacted Cyber Crimes Unit, and he told them about the white iPhone 5C that wasn't taken during the warrant. That's the phone that he told authorities that is his main phone. The phone was last used on this date. Now, he used Facebook, Instagram, Meet Me, Snapchat, and Twitter to chat or communicate. And that day, he cleared or deleted the web browser history and website data from this device before taking it into the authorities. And some search terms were recovered, but they are redacted in the documents. So in 2016 is when KEGAN registered the Anthony Shots profile, which was 7 months before the girls were killed. He was also talking as Emily Ann 45 profile, which apparently that's his stepsister's name. So on July 14th, Anthony Shots registered Snapchat, and on July 20th, he registered his Instagram account. Now, if we look back at the press conference on year 2 of the investigation, here we saw the officer reveal the second sketch to the public after the 2-year wait and addressed the murderer and said that he could be very well in the room. He says, during the course of this investigation, we have concluded the first sketch released will become secondary as of today. The result of the new information and intelligence over time leads us to believe the sketch, which you will see shortly, is the person responsible for the murders of these 2 little girls. We also believe this person is from Delphi currently, or has previously lived here, visits Delphi on a regular basis, or works here. We believe this person is currently between the age range of 18 and 40, but might appear younger than his true age. Now, here are the sketches again. The left sketch is the initial sketch and one that would match the description of the guy on the bridge that says guys down the hill. And the second sketch is the one that was revealed 2 years later. Note, there's so many questions surrounding these sketches, and the authorities aren't confirming or denying what role KEGAN plays in all of this. It's believed, though, as they said, that the second sketch is the guy who murdered the girls. So is it KEGAN KLINE? And what role did Bridge Guy play? Just maybe to lure the girls? What was his involvement? Now, they showed a picture in an article with KEGAN and his father standing there, and it sure prompts some questions, doesn't it? Does it for you? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now, I just want to show you the distance between Peru, Indiana and Delphi. It's about a 40-minute drive. Now, the day of the killings, they were looking for a vehicle that was parked in the old CPS DCS welfare building between 12 and 5 p.m. the day of that murder, which is between the hours of when Abby and Libby went to the Monon High Bridge, which is, I believe it was around 1:30, and then the call went in just after 5 for them being missing. Now, the location of where this vehicle was is right near the trail access to that area. Now, also interesting fact is about KEGAN on his Facebook. A day before the girls were killed, he posted on Facebook and said, started new job at California Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Now, it's interesting here because I've noticed when I hover over some of the information, there was stuff added to it in May 13th of 2020, which is just months before he was charged. And 2019 is when that press conference with a picture came out, the second picture. So I'm curious, why is he going back and editing these things? Now, if we go back a little further, the month before Abby and Libby died, in January, he had another thing, started new job at CBD Saves, and he also edited it as of March 31st, 2019. So there's some weird things going on in his profile, but I guess that's to be expected because he is a child predator. But at the same time, the day before Abby and Libby died makes me wonder a whole lot of questions. What do you think? Let me know. And final thoughts here is, are authorities having a hard time proving this case? Do they know who it is and just having a hard time to connect it and prove that it's this person? And what do you think about the picture I showed with KEGAN and his father? Let me know. Now, anyone with information should call the Delphi Homicide Investigation tip line at 844-459-5786, the Indiana State Police at 1-800-382-7537, or the Carroll County Sheriff's Department at 765-564-2413. And email tips should be sent to Abby and Libby tip at cacoshrf.com. I'll have that in the description box below. Be sure to check out my last video in this case. I'll have it here or in the description box below. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please like and please share. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.